G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year for those joining us again in 2022. Something's missing. Damn! Alright, welcome back to my channel. What we're going to be going through today, as promised, is we're going to be going through my Ryobi gear. Just a quick pros and cons, I guess you would say, some things, just roughly my experience that I've had with the Ryobi products, the Ryobi range, in particular the 1 Plus range. I have only one 36 volt product here today to take you guys through. I'll let you know what I think of that. Honestly, now looking at it, it's clear that I'm a Ryobi fanatic. There's a lot more products here than I thought I had, and I've even sold a couple of late. So without further ado, let's get into it. Right, so we'll move across looking at the product. Before we start, actually, I'll go through, I've just got to say, this is by no means me pushing Ryobi is the best product out there. Ryobi's just the product I felt was good for me at the time. It's affordable. I have 6-year warranties. You know, it's easy to get from a reputable store, being Bunnings, they're everywhere. Basically fits me. I'm no tradesman. I don't claim to be a tradesman. I'm a non-tech, I'm a fuelie by trade. So I don't need tools per se. I'm not a handyman. I'm just a general guy that likes to go camping and just fix shit up around the house and do a couple of odd jobs here and there. There's always going to be these type of people out there.
Oh, you got Ryobi? What a fucking cheapskate, bros. Gotta get some fucking Bosch, mate. Oh, look, I can't work at the moment. I'm on a pension, but I do a lot of cashies. But yeah, I'll get Bosch, man. Fucking. Oh, you let? Check out this fucking cheapskate getting Ryobi, mate. What a fucking buffo. What's that? Oh my god, you lot. What the fuck, bro? You using Ryobi or you a cheapskate, bro? Oh my god, what the fuck? You need to get Milwaukee, mate, alright? Let's get it, bro. I'm not a trader either, but just get the good stuff. Oh my god. Fuck off, you lad, you piece of shit. Don't listen to him, James. Don't listen to him. I actually think Ryobi's pretty sexy. So, yeah. Like, I rate that. Can I have 20 bucks? And can you open this for me?
Obviously, you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. At the end of the day, when I started looking at power tools, around 2010, I started to get into buying power tools. Milwaukee and Makita were the shit, and still are, no doubt. There's a lot of other brands out there, Bosch, DeWalt. I'm not going to get into what brand's better. I originally got some Makita stuff, and then I realized for me, it was a little bit too expensive, the range. So some would say downgraded, I guess you would say, to Ryobi products. But with the exception of one, they've never let me down, and we'll go through them. The first one I want to go through is sander. I got this little bad boy. It's like a corner sander. I got this bad boy for Father's Day. I think it was last year. My partner and my son got it for me. I love it. It was handy. It was real handy for me to sand back furniture. Ryobi have another 18 plus one that's a round top. That was real handy, and this one was good for the corners and getting in those crevices, as I sanded back our dining table and chairs and restain them. So excellent product, no issues at all. Ryobi sell the pads for them. They're not overly expensive. I actually used aftermarket pads, and I found the Ryobi ones to be a lot more reliable. They lasted a lot longer. They're more durable. So Ryobi sander, a very good tool. Now, there's a few tools I got here, and I just need to declare this is not a paid advertisement by any means. I paid full retail for these products. I'm not sponsored. I paid full retail except for on a few products where I got them, as I knew the Ryobi rep, I got them pretty much at a markdown rate because they were display stock in Bunnings in Brisbane somewhere. I can't remember exactly where it was, on the north side. So there's a few of them I got for cheap. For example, the next one, I got this one for cheap. This was display stock. Ryobi have released later models of a lot of these things, and this is a Xenon lamp, 35 watt. It's good, no shit, for about 300 meters. This thing is crazy. Do not shine this in someone's eyes. There's a big warning there not to. I guess if you're into spotlighting, when I was going camping, it was kind of handy taking that with me. This would be a good product, but I picked this thing up for $20. I think they retail for about $80 off the top of my head. Another 18 volt product. I'll go through the two or the different battery sizes. So you've got a 36 volt and an 18 volt. I'll go through them at the end. So that's the Spotlight. The next one I want to discuss is the inflated deflator. Ryobi inflated deflator. You've got a, I guess a floatable toy inflator on one side. That's real handy. For example, we were at Fraser recently and we had to blow up donuts, blow up mattresses for the kids. The beauty of this one is whenever you're out camping, a lot of people have blowers, but then they've got to sit there and roll the fucking thing up. The beauty of this is you can flip it around, just turn it the other way on the suction side, and you can suck down any products as you need to. Great little product from Ryobi. As well as that, you've got your air compressor on the other side. Has a digital display on the top. You can preset whatever PSI you want. I think it goes to 42 off the top of my head. And you can, this is great for filling up like bike tires and stuff. It gets it done pretty quickly. Now, I do take it when I go away camping. Oh, there you go, max pressure 150 PSI. It's got a couple other little attachments there for blowing up footies and stuff. But with this bad boy, you're really not gonna be able to fill up your four-wheel drive tires. I've done it in the past on my old Hilux. It took in excess of probably 12 minutes to fill up one tire. So it was a pretty lengthy process. That was from like 10 PSI back to 40 or 38, I think I got to. So it's a pretty lengthy process. All in all though, good product, handy for the average family man, I guess you'd say. Next one, my favorite by far, is the Ryobi Fan. Now the beauty of the Ryobi Fan, you've got a 240 volt adapter, or you can just stick your 18 volt battery in the back there. Two settings. I got this as on the display stock. This thing was apparently running for, like 4 years or something when I got a hold of it. I just gave it a rough clean up. And I've been using it ever since. This thing is copped a hiding. Out of all the products that I have in my family, this one is copped a hiding. When I was single, I'd use it in my swag, hang it up in my swag, upside down on me in the Big Daddy Deluxe. Since then, I use it in the back of my canopy when my dog's sitting in there to cool him down on a reasonably hot day with the vents open, of course. I also use it for the baby. We sit him in the swinger, in the back of the canopy when we go camping or to the beach, or we went to Fraser, Eli Creek recently, and you just sit the fan on him, blows away, he naps, it's good to go. Great product. My son Arlo loves it when he goes to sleep, he loves his little fan on him. And as I said, you can use 240 or 18 volt. Excellent product. They have a newer one now. I think it's a bit more powerful, it's a bit bigger, but yeah, this thing, wow, unreal. And like I said, I bought a few of these little items, and I've got the 6-year warranty with them, so I've got the extended warranty with them. So they've been gunning for years, and I applied for my warranty years after this was used. No questions at all. And I'll go through the warranty side, I'll put the video up now. Here it is, you go into the Ryobi website. All right, log into my Ryobi. Get out, you sign, that's how you would sign up. You hit the create my Ryobi account, log into my Ryobi. All right, mine's saved in there. You're in. Okay, and the beauty of this is you have your tools there. So you can register a tool on the left, or you can go to view my tool bag. So if I have a look at my tool bag, I've got a multitude of products. It's always going to tell you your tool bag looks great, even when you got one product. So I've got old chargers, stuff I've had in the past, batteries. A lot of these were like a warranty claim, or not a lot, sorry, one or two of them. That's why there's two 36 volt batteries when I only have one. These are really the only two things I had an issue with. The 36 volt battery, I knew a guy that worked as a Ryobi rep when I was living in Brisbane, and he ended up hooking me up with a better Ryobi battery at the time, so I just did a quick claim there. Deflator is the only thing I had an issue with, which was an instant 1-for-1 on the warranty claim, so no issues there at all. All your other stuff's there. The beauty of this app, if you look through for your products, for example, if I have a look at the hybrid fan, I click on receipt for that product, you can see the invoice. So you don't have to
keep physical invoices. You just take a photo and upload it onto the website if you go through that register my tool. Really good app, really handy. All I do is just click on, for any of these, just click on my receipt, zoom in, show the rep at the Bunnings counter, no questions asked, they replace it. It's so easy.
Right, so that's the warranty process and how it works. Very easy process. And what I failed to mention earlier was the Inflator Deflator. One battery I had an issue with, just they were updated, the old 36 volt battery. I was having some issues with it, wasn't holding charge. A new one had come out, went and seen the Ryobi rep. Before that, I'd seen the Bunnings rep, and the guy just hooked me up straight away with a new one, no questions asked. This thing stopped pumping as well last time. It's the exact same model as before. Same thing, no questions asked, 1 for 1. It was great, such an easy process. Moving on to the next product. This one's super handy. Not you yet. LED light, so the work light by Ryobi. Excellent product. Once again, it's got 240 adapter if you need it. Right, 240 volt adapter, or you can use your 18 volt, your battery. The beauty of this one is, I really like to put it over my barbecue when I'm camping, and you can see what you're doing, or you can light up the work site. It's really handy. You can hang it up if you need to off the hook. It's also got another hook in the middle, spring loaded. That's a great ripping little product. I like this one. This one cops a fair bit of a hiding. Always comes away with me when I go away. That's the LED light. Good product. I rate that one highly. I don't think they've changed too much with their new one. It's pretty much the same thing. Next one, moving on. This is what my family has a bit of a laugh about. The missus wanted a new vacuum cleaner, and I was all about Ryobi products. So I thought I'd go give Ryobi's new vacuum cleaner a whirl, or I'd go get it. I got that. It's got the latest 5 amp hour battery that's inside. That's pretty Gucci looking. It's a little bit more Gucci looking than these ones. The old 18 volt batteries have silver. Then they had the black one that came out, and then they have another one with like fins on it. Pretty fancy looking. But yeah, so I've got the Ryobi Vacuum. This thing's a bit of a weapon. Goes hard. It's loud AF. It's easy to clean. It has a small head on it though. That's a bit of an issue, and it is relatively heavy. Give an honest review about this. It's a 2021 model. New product. Look, if I had my time again, I probably would have bought another Dyson. Although this was a third of the price of the Dysons. Just under a third of the price for a decent one. Now, it has 2 settings, but it is loud AF. I'll put it on just so you guys can hear it. You almost feel like you need to wear hearing protection to use that bad boy. Has a light at the front, a rotating head. It sucks hard, it's just because of the small head, you need to go over the floor a lot more. And it's really loud, and as I said, it's quite heavy. For the ladies, I think it'll fatigue them a little bit when they pick the product up. Yeah, good product all in all. I think Ryobi will compound on that design, and they'll probably release a better product later on. Next one. Probably my second favorite by far. This is the 18 volt version of the blower. Collapses down into 2 pieces if you're transiting. This is a great beast. This comes out every day. I use this for my patios, my front yard, my garage. I use it all the time. This thing is a beast, so handy. If I had my time again though, I'd probably get the little handheld one. Ryobi's got a tiny little handheld one, which most of the models have, or most of the brands have these days, little tiny handheld one. I'd use that, I'd get that, and then get a 36 volt big girl. There's a lot bigger one, so I wouldn't have to use my 2-stroke as much. But I have a 2-stroke one, so I use that all the time. But this is a really good product. This gets used every day. I hate it. Next one, probably my favorite by far, is my impact driver. Now my impact driver, I use for everything. I didn't want to have a drill. I think I mentioned this in earlier videos. I didn't want to have a drill and an impact driver. I just wanted something that did everything. I'm a bit of an all-rounder. I use this for working on cars, putting bolts together, drilling, everything. Get the little kits with it from Ryobi. I'd recommend the impact driving and drilling kit. So this has the drill bits for the hex head adapter on the front. Especially handy if you've got to change wheel nuts on the side of the road, hence why this lives in my car all the time. When I was camping, especially when I was using tent pegs, things like that, I'd use the old super peg. So you put a socket, I think it's like a 17mm socket or 20mm socket on the end, and just put your pegs into the ground. That's good to go. This thing cops a workout. I use this all the time. It's amazing how many people will manually undo wheel nuts, do the leveling legs on your caravan or camper trailer. I don't get it. So yeah, would definitely recommend this. My kit's a little clapped out now. As you can see, I've broken a few, but you've got your drill bits, you got your adapters, and that other adapter for the sockets is in there. I had to buy that though, separate. But all in all, great little kit. Live in my car. Woo, it's getting hot in here. Oh, I had to shut the doors. The kids next door got a pool. They won't shut the fuck up. All right, got a Ryobi bag there. Another beast of a tool. I got this off a mate when I first started buying Ryobi stuff. I bought this and a whipper snipper off him. I had an 18-volt whip snipper. I was living in a townhouse in Brizzy, partying my ass off. That was real handy for that. And then when I moved into a home with big yards, it was not handy at all. I've gone back to, we have a 4-stroke Honda whipper snipper, but my partner had that. If she hadn't had that, I would have gone to the 36-volt whipper snipper from Ryobi. I'd recommend it. I've used it once. Whew, thing pumps. It's good. I'd rate that highly. I also had a 36-volt. Once again, Ryobi lawnmower. That thing was a beast, absolute beast. I was very skeptical. Everyone is. My father's got a decent sized block, and I remember him going, "Oh, you're not going to mow with that bloody shitty electric mower around my house, or it won't make it," or something like that. And he wasn't there, but I mowed his whole lawn. Unfortunately, he wasn't there for me to show him, but real good product. Eats the lawn up. Quiet, reliable. I sold that for pretty much what I bought it for. The battery's probably as expensive as the mower, so just note that. But it holds charge really well. That was a great mower, and that was the older version. And they've updated it to brushless now, so it'll go hard as. Recommend that product. And as I'm getting into the, this is just a little radio, an old school one. It doesn't even have Bluetooth, it just has an adapter I put on there for the iPhone. Radio. Now they come out with, they've got a small version, so they've got Bluetooth, and they've got a big boom box with Bluetooth. Like I said, I think I paid like $15 in the package for this off my mate Ty. This is an excellent product. And it just lives in my car. It's been rained on, it's been dropped in the water, thing's still pumping. Everyone needs a bit of radio every now and then. And the other one is a Mitre Saw. I got that for Father's Day. I use that to cut a bit of treated pine. I don't build a lot, pretty shit at it to be honest. But when I do, yeah, I cut up treated pine or bits of board when I'm building shit in my car. That's a handy product. I'm sure when I get my own home, I'll be using that product quite a bit. 18-volt battery goes in the top. Yeah, it's a ripper. I really like that product. The only 36-volt product that I have is the Edger, Ryobi Edger. Now, I've just started to get into a bit of domestic maintenance for lawns and things like that. This thing is a fucking beast. There's an 18-volt one out there, don't get it. Right, I'm at 36-volt and it is just churning through hard clay like nothing. Hard grass, weeds, you know, those real thick fucking weeds that destroy your whipper snipper. This thing eats it up. 36-volt battery in the end, pumps. Rate this product highly. I'll show you the snap. My lawns are a bit shit at the moment because I went away and come back with a bit ground rotted, but this thing gets you those edges you want. Now, I think I'm pretty handy with a whip snipper, but it's just not going to be as effective and straight, sexy and deep, and really get those lines in as this. Get this in about once a month in summer, and then you can maintain every second or third mow with your whipper snipper and just have those nice edges. That's a really good product there. Alright, as I said to you guys earlier, you've got the 18-volt battery and the 36-volt battery. Have inverters and shit for these. Recommend 36-volt if you're going chainsaw, whipper snipper, blower, edger, like heavy duty stuff, you need a lot of torque and power, 36-volt. By one battery, it'll do anything for you. Yeah, they've got some pretty gnarly inverters for these now. I think you can almost run fridges off them. I know you can charge your phone and all that off these, so yeah, they're getting quite advanced with their 36-volt. 18-volt, they come in a 2.5 amp hour. I've only had 5 amp hour. I think, I can't remember, there's a bigger one, but yeah, I've got a couple of 5 amp hours, they're good to go. I rate the products. All in all, thanks for tuning in, guys. I love the Ryobi products. Yeah, look, I would highly recommend it. These things cop a flogging. especially this thing is copped an absolute hiding. I almost want to break it so I can claim the warranty. I've even got a couple of years left on that warranty. I'm rough with these tools, I'm not nice with them, and they've held up well. So, like I said, I'm not a tradesman, I'm not using them for industrial use, but when I use them, and I lend them to my friends, and they're pretty rough too. So, yeah, we recommend the products, guys. Leave us a comment if you have had a similar experience with Ryobi tools. Also, write a comment if you have any other questions regarding Ryobi products in general. Yeah, I know there's better stuff out there, but for what it's worth, the average home enthusiast, or I guess you'd say home owner or maintainer, this is good shit. So I'd highly recommend it. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.
That's it, it's a freestyle. The fuck you want for free?